Is there something you want to tell them? Join Animal Connections and renowned pet psychic Nicole Elizabeth as she connects with your pets both living and past to deliver messages and receive answers to your questions. Here now is your host, Nicole Elizabeth.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Spirit Realm Network. My name is Nicole and I'm here to host Animal Connections and give you free readings for your pets today. So thank you everyone who's joining. I'm going to give it a few minutes before everyone does join. I look a little bit disheveled today. I actually don't have any makeup on, so I apologize, guys. It's been a bit of a rush this morning for me, but where you guys are, it's actually the 28th of June 2026 and it should be 8:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully you guys are all warm where you are. We are in, I should say we, being the country, are in winter. So it's a little bit cold for me anyway. Hello, Christina. So we've got a few people jumping on now. Let me just have a look how many animals we have. I'm just going to move them to the next screen. So all of you who haven't, let me see, seen the post, what you need to do to get a free reading is go to, oh, thank you, Christina. I appreciate it. I really do. Go to the Spirit Realm Network. I'm looking over here because I've got a second screen and find the post. Actually, I'm going to share my screen so you can see. And that's where you can leave a comment with your photo. And that's where I can show the screen to everyone. And that way we can do readings that way. So any minute now, it's going to pop up on the screen where you need to go on Facebook. So this is the page. So I'll go up here. So this is the page, Spirit Realm Network. If you're not following, click on follow. Then go down to, it's actually the second one. So you'll see this repeated. This show is on as we speak. And then if you go down a bit further and see this, you'll see that this is where you post your pics for a free reading. And you'll see we have 14 comments. So let's have a quick look. Oh, and this is perfect example. Actually, Sandra's put a perfect example. Ariel still living and a photo. So if I, oh, Sandra, okay, Connor, excellent. Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm just looking at the comments. So this is Sandra. It's the same Sandra. So Sandra has just left a comment on the show saying you read Connor last Sunday and that night I was informed he got an application to be adopted. Interesting. Hello from Patty and Molly. Hello. Okay, so let's go back here. Also, Patricia, you've left a comment here about Molly. So that's hello from Patricia and Molly. So we can do connection there. It's 2 already because I know you guys are actually on the live, which is good. And look at all these beautiful babies. Oh, how beautiful is that? So I will put, oh, look, Rosie living, beautiful. I will put the pets on the screen so you can see. Oh, that's a cute one. And Howie, oh, look at that. So we've got quite a lot to get through today. So what I'm going to do while we look at these two birthday parties, that's so cute. And Freya is 13. Oh, I just have to show, look at this. Look at this face. How cute's that? Oh, dear. Okay, let me just go back because I know there are a few people here. So Patricia, Molly, Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Okay, so you guys all have comments. So my internet's a little low. Okay, maybe if I stop sharing and I'm just going to write a little. What's going on? Sandra. Can you guys still hear me? Sandra, Patricia. And Chris. Hello, Alicia. Okay. And so guys, I'm just getting a list together. Cutting in and out. Okay, that's interesting. Let me stop sharing the screen. I'm going to mute for a sec. Unmute, and hopefully that's helped. And Christina's here as well. Okay, excellent. If it keeps cutting in and out, guys, let me know, and I'm just going to try and switch around the microphones, and we'll see how we go. It's still going in and out. Okay. Okay, I've switched microphones, so let's see if this is going to help. Good so far. Okay, perfect. Excellent. Okay, so we have Ariel. I just got to say, love the haircut. And I have a new respect for groomers these days. So Ariel, let me just see what we can get through. I love the little underbite as well. Can I say the first thing, Sandra, I'm getting from Ariel is I'm assuming this is a female, just from the name. It looks. I'm going to say she, but she looks a little bit like one of my dogs. It's quite funny. Around the bottom of the ribs. That's where I'm sorry. Let me back on track. Bottom of ribs. I'm just getting a knot. I don't like to be touched in that area. And that doesn't mean it's sore. It just means I don't really particularly like that area being touched on me. Yeah, okay, that's fine. What else do we have, Ariel? I love the tail, how it's a little waterfall, like Little Mermaid. Okay, so what's this? Talking about walks. Why are we talking about walks? I'm seeing Ariel on a lead walking and out in front to the left of me. So a little bit in front of you walking. But I feel like this is a happy place kind of area. I'm not seeing it's a naughty type of pulling. It's just like I'm happy and I'm excited to do this. And my little heart is racing a lot, but it's not in, it feels like more of excitement over than anything else. Excitement over fear, if that's what I have to say. And I'm also loving the attention that people give me, but I'm also, what is that? I have this thing, I don't like being touched underneath my eyes, is what I'm getting from Ariel. So does that make sense so far? Hoping that my microphone hasn't kicked out. Let's have a look. Oh, no one needs to see my messages. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. I'm just checking that the information is coming through. She bit her previous owner while getting her harness on. Right, okay. So that's coming down to, I'm just going to stop sharing because just in case these messages come through. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on the screen as well. Sorry, guys, you're back with me. So she bit. Audio's okay for me. Thank you. Excellent. Thanks for the sound check. Love that. So that would come down to the rib part with the harness. So it's a bit conflicting actually, because I like the walks, but I don't like the I know. So she eyes out. So not the eyes out. That's insane. The gunk from under the eyes. You got the eye out. Hey, Paula, new here. Do you feel, though, that that's because she trusts you as opposed to other people? Do you feel that perhaps other people were not as gentle with her than you? And you know how I'm going to sort of go on a little bit of a tangent here, but I feel like it needs to be explained. Different animals will act differently with different people because of the different energy. Some people will just put out what they expect and the animal picks up on it and they do it. Some people will put out like, I'm nervous to do this, and the animal picks up on that. And then in turn, that reflects that energy back to the animal, and then they're nervous, and that's when they can bite. That's when they can pull away. That's when they can be nervous and show a little bit of a, oh, stay away from me kind of vibe. So for me, the fact that she bit the previous owner, but she's actually letting you, yes, that's what it means. She's okay with you with the eyes. With you, it feels like you're in control, and it feels like she understands that you're doing what you need to do, you know, like with this. I just let her be her true self. Exactly. And you come across as a confident handler. That's so important for pets, because then you've got this whole, the animal trusts you. That's just trust. And so with animals, there's this whole need to feel safe. And if I can trust you, and if I can trust you around these areas where I couldn't trust previous people, then I feel safe. So I feel like the message here for you is that you must be doing a really good job with her and making her feel safe. If you can do these things that the previous owners couldn't do, then you're making her feel safe. And I feel like she actually does like her walks, because that was one of the first things that came up. But maybe it wasn't always a good experience for her, but with you it is. So I'm going to leave that there. And I actually want to thank you for letting her be her true self, because that is so rare in the animal world. And it's more, I see more of people going, I want this pet to do this. And it's not about the pet, it's about you and what you want. And it doesn't always suit the pet, and our energies don't always match. And that's when we get problems and disconnect in communication. So there you go. Hello, Irene. Everyone, Irene is I can't remember the name of your show, Irene. Oh my gosh. But Irene is a reader on the network. So check her out. And what is it? Automatic writing, I believe, that Irene does. And that freaks me out. So go watch it. It's pretty interesting. Okay, let's move to, I've written down Sandra, then we've got Patricia and Molly, Chris, and then Christina. So let's go to Patricia. Oh, thank you. That's exactly what I do with my fosters. Perfect. And you know what? I just want to say the world needs fosters. The world needs fosters to let animals be able to breathe, be able to be who they are, be able to just be okay with the world. I've got goosebumps as I'm saying this, and it's not from the cold. Be okay with the world to be able to find their forever home. So keep up that good work. And I love that the other dog got an adoption. That makes me feel happy. Now, Patricia, let me share this screen. Okay, Patricia and Molly. Patricia and Molly. Sorry, guys. As you know, I'm just writing this down. So anyone that's new here, what I do is I write down the owner's name, the pet's name, and then I ask God to give me the information that I need for this particular case. Sometimes there are differences of opinions between what the animal thinks and what the human thinks, but that can be quite normal. So don't worry. It's just the animal's perspective. And I am in love with, is she a tawny or a calico? Because she's got white on her, so she'd be a calico, wouldn't she? A blue calico? Beautiful, anyway. Beautiful. First time, hello and welcome. So I'm doing mini readings for people who've left comments with their photos. So you are welcome to put a comment on the Spirit Realm Network on a post there. So Patricia's sent me this photo of Molly. Molly is Molly ready for another cat? Now I do remember, yes, there we go. Calico Dilute. There you go, Calico Dilute. These are one of my favorite. I actually have had one of these in the past. One of my favorite cats. Now in the past, Patricia asked, oh, Anne's first time too. So everyone say hello to Anne. Sorry, and that's my rooster in the background. Patricia asked if Molly was ready for another cat, and how long ago? Months ago, I think it was, and the answer was no, she was not ready. And I feel like that was the same sense that Patricia was getting, and now Patricia has asked, is Molly finally ready for another cat or kitten? We've had her 7 months. She's about 6 years old. You told us once no, but we should think she's getting closer to being up for a fellow cat companion. We always had pairs. She's very curious about a dog visitor, and she was neither fearful or aggressive and followed it around our home for a few hours without hiding or hissing. That is an accomplishment. You should be proud of yourself for that. We don't want to upset her. Have cats again that fight a lot. That is a lot. Don't be fooled by the photo. She's only just starting to sit on my lap every couple of days. Okay, the first thing, I love the support. The first thing that comes through with Molly, though, is just because she's getting that curious vibe doesn't mean she's ready now. Let her explore that. Let her, if you can, do more of that meet and greets with her. I would take it slower rather than faster with her. Also, be thankful for the wins you get with the on the lap. I love that. And I would just be getting that relationship stronger before you bring another cat in. And before you do bring another cat in, I would swap the smells, bring the smell from another cat in if you can, to help her get used to the idea. When you see her sniffing and sitting next to the scent item, maybe a blanket or something like that, that's when I feel you're going to be ready to be able to bring a cat in comfortably. It feels like to me she's just starting to relax. I don't know why, but some cats seem to take a lot longer than others. But if you're feeling that with her, then she's obviously putting out that energy to you. I'm just going to stop sharing. I can still see her on my screen. But I just... So I'm getting a reference to like three more months. I feel like let's prep her a little bit longer to do that. I'm not sure if I keep seeing kitten. I wasn't sure. I just keep seeing written here, kitten. It's kind of like in the sky, I see the word kitten. So to answer your question, I'd actually be more inclined to get a kitten with her. And I'm getting the reference to 3. So that could be 3 months old kitten or 3 months, and that's when your cat will be ready. Yes, the 3-3-3 rule. Does everyone know what the 3-3-3 rule is? When you bring a pet home, first 3 days, the animal is just trying to habituate or decompress, some people say, just trying to understand what's happening. 3 weeks, they're starting to calm down and understand, okay, maybe I'll stay here. By 3 months, they're like, I live here. And I have had pets that go, and you even if you didn't count the days and the weeks a month, you could just bang spot on. You can see them decompress and do all that sort of stuff. But I feel like it may even be a 3-month-old kitten that you'll be getting, and it may be in 3 months. I feel like there's a dual purpose with the 3. So I would just work on that path, work her towards that. But if you're feeling you're getting closer to that stage, perfect. I can just see her here. They are kind of individual cats. So when you do get a new kitten or cat, please come back and we'll work on some tips and ideas on how to make it work without freaking her out and then putting her back. But I hope that's helped. So please let me know. So who else do we have here? So Chris. Oh, that's interesting. Male or female? I straight away went to female, which is odd because she's a female. But it felt more female to me. And you know what? With animals and with cats, I don't think it really matters whether it's male or female. Sometimes it has to be the right cat, the right personality. We had, just growing up, we had 4 cats and 3 of them were girls and 1 was a male, and they all got along. So it's just in the way you introduce them and make sure they get on, and you have one that's kind of okay with the others. That's all you need. Chris, you're here. Chris, okay. Luke, did you want me to connect with Luke? Let me have a look. I think that's who's on. Oh, Sasha looks beautiful. All right. Okay, Chris and then Christina. We've got Luke, who's passed. You're very welcome. Let me share the screen so everyone can see. Okay. I feel like I've connected with Luke before. I just feel like there's something there. What is that? Is this your soul dog? I feel like it just feels, it's too familiar to me, if that makes sense. Okay. It just feels Luke feels very familiar to me. Just his presence feels familiar. And what I keep, dad, I keep hearing the word dad. How does dad work into that? That's right. So he was in another photo with your 3. I'm hearing the word dad with Luke. How does that connect? What else is that? Was there an internal, what I'm feeling in my body, was there a disease in the body that affected Luke inside? And I am getting a bit of your late husband. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, right. Got it. Okay. That's why he's bringing up dad. Okay. Yes. Okay. So there was this internal disease. It's interesting because I keep feeling maybe in the bone or something like that. Something had been in the bone, spread to the bone. There's something to do with that because I'm getting pain in my bone. And I'm wondering if that has a connection to dad as well. Gosh, it's a bit heavy, isn't it, for a Sunday night? But that's what I'm feeling. And also a reference to my hips, which honestly doesn't surprise me, but there could be something in the hips, like more than just old age, if that makes sense. Why am I getting the words feel the vibe? What vibe? Oh, his vibe. Okay, what was your vibe like then, Luke? Okay, he's saying when he was here. Tumor on his bladder. Not sure of bones. I wonder if it actually spread to his bones. Poor bugger. Anyway, let's not harp on how he passed, because when they are passed, they're in spirit, and that's always a good thing when they are in spirit. But there's a natural curiosity in him that he had when he was alive, and that's what he says. Gosh, I'm getting a pain in the front right of my head as well. Something to do with that there with Luke. There's a natural curiosity he had when he was alive. He also says he had there's a chicken scuffle going on out there. Attention to detail going on as well that he said he had. What on earth are those chickens doing out there? Anyway, let's bring it back to Luke. Luke it's like he wants you to have the way he was in life. He says that's what's missing in your life. It's vivacious. Is that the word? Vivacious? Curiosity, attention to detail. But he also told me he was a really good judge of character as well. And I'm not sure how that relates to you, but he's talking about it needing to relate to you. How does that relate? That is very interesting. And there's also, is there someone in your life that you need to really judge character with? I feel like there's something to do with almost like he's warning you. Okay, Isabel, I'll write you down too. I feel like he's warning you about something. And can I just say, I'm not saying warning in a bad way. It's kind of like for you to actually have him on your mind, and by, he was an extremely smart dog. He was an extremely good judge of character. And for that to come up, it feels like there's someone in your life that you need to check the character, the trustworthiness, because he was loyal and trustworthy. And that's what he's bringing up. Like, this is what you need to check. This may not make sense now, but this may make sense in the future. It's almost like just do a check that's around you, because that's that, and that's what he's just keep coming back and saying. Just think what Luke would do if there's someone around you and you're having a little bit of doubt, or just all of a sudden Luke pops into your mind. Just check and see, would Luke like this person? Do you think Luke would like this person? If not, just take stock. You don't have anyone currently, maybe in the future. If you are ever around someone and Luke pops in your mind, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be checking their trustworthiness. It's all that comes through, trustworthiness. So that's an interesting one. And that's more like talking to a person than a pet. But he needs to put that out there. But then if he brought up dad too, he must be with dad, which is your late husband, sorry. But there you go. But his message for you, though, there is that he is looking out for you. He can see. Is he? You just, I just saw the message then. Is he with my late husband and other friends? So I actually just answered that before I saw it. So definitely make a note of that. Also, too, for anyone out there, if you do have a past loved one and your pets have passed, we are all part of our same family. So we're all going to be together, and our pets will be with our family, whether they were alive together or whether we had a childhood pet and then we had an adult pet. They're still going to be together. So the answer for me is yes. And the fact that he brought that up as well, and I kept hearing dad, for me would be that validation for you. So I hope that makes sense. And just take note of his, but don't be concerned. Don't be like checking everyone. Just what's going to happen is one day you'll just be around, you'll think of your dog, and you'll be near a person. You'll think, let's just monitor how trustworthy this person is. And that's all. So I hope that helps. And thanks, Luke, for giving me that information. Give me the side eye there. What a cool dog, though. Okay, who else do we have? So that's Chris. So Christina and Isabel. Christina, Rosie, living. Oh my God. Look at Rosie. I have to share this photo. Oh, you're very welcome, Chris. There we go. Let's share this. Rosie. Do we have different coloured eyes? I'm just having a look there. Looks like we've got two-toned eye colour. Rosie. I wonder if people ask if Rosie is deaf sometimes. Oh, that's interesting. I'm again going back to my gut with Rosie. And there's something about the nails. Do we like nails being trimmed or do we not? But I'm getting a reference to the nails. I'm getting reference to my gut. Probably needs, whenever you get a reference to a gut, it's like an imbalance or a probiotic kind of situation that we have there. Interesting. What is that? But you do know what I do like is I love my pats, and I love you know what you must do to Rosie is not only pat, but sort of massage as you pat. I feel like we're loving that feel, almost leaning into it. What else we got, Rosie? But yes, so the nails. I also get with Rosie too, that look that we're getting in this photo, I feel like it's a little bit deceiving but I also feel like I have been asked if she's deaf before. No, she isn't. You know why? It's because of the white. I've got two white dogs, and I've actually got 3 white dogs, but 2 of my white dogs are deaf. And I think people just look at dogs like that, especially with the eyes, and go, oh, are they deaf? One of my dogs, it looks like their ears just don't work, but it's very selective, but they can hear. What is this? Now, the look, that's where I'm going back to. Sorry, guys. Back to the look. This dog has a very good knowledge of what's happening everywhere. And I'm getting to the point where I even know what's going on behind me. And I feel like Rosie has a very good indication of how strong your routine is in life, as in I understand the sequence of events and I know exactly what's going on, even if I just sit here and look at you like this. I completely understand what's going on. So I know that Luke was an intelligent dog, but I feel like Rosie's quite, what's the word, like preempts what's going to happen and is very good at knowing where your next step is. Oh, there we go. Going back to the nails. I told her yesterday and grabbed her foot and told her she needs her nails trimmed. She hates it. That's probably why she's bringing it up. I don't want it. Oh, dear. It's one of those things, isn't it, as a pet owner? And I think she would know that too before. She would know exactly what you're saying to her as well, because you're thinking it, you're getting the information to her, and she's picking it up. She picks up what you throw down all the time. All right, what else we got? Oh, I just hear this big, I love my mum. I love my mum. So she's like in love with you, which I'm very hesitant to say to a lot of people because it's kind of the norm, right? Most pets love their pet owners. Not all. And that doesn't mean even if you do everything for the pet that you're the favorite person. They pick their person and you can't change that. Oh, look at this. She loves her belly rubs and stares into my soul. I bet she does. Oh, I've woken up. So I'm just reading the comments, guys, in case you're listening to this on like YouTube. I've woken up to her sitting there staring at me. And I bet you it's very similar eyes to what you've got the photo here, just in love. And that's the in love part. Not just I love, but in love. And I think that's beautiful. So I think you've got a very well-balanced, well-balanced. There you go. I keep looking at her photo. She comes across as a very well-balanced, intelligent dog that knows exactly what you want. So keep up the good work, Mum, because she's very much in love with you. And that's what it keeps coming through, in love, in love, in love. So I hope that helps. Oh, yes, very much in love. See, that's beautiful. And personally, I love that relationship. I love when my dog just stares at me. And I have had a dog where I did all the stuff. I did all the things, but I just wasn't the dog's person. My husband was. They just pick their people, and she's picked you. So keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, Mum, because Rosie loves it. I love that. Okay, so I hope that's helped Christina. Now, Isabel, let me find yours on the comments. Isabel, here we go. Bandit. Is Bandit alive or part? Oh, look at that kissy. Oh, sorry, I have to share. Here we go. Oh, just another follow-up on what I was saying about Rosie. She has stomach issues sometimes and will eat grass and throw it up. So there comes back to the stomach, the probiotic stuff. So thank you for that confirmation. It's nice to get that. And sometimes, guys, so with Christina, we hit a lot of points. With others, it's like, I'm not sure of that. That's okay. And that's quite normal with connections. And that just means that it's going to come out at a later date. And sometimes that's even cooler because then then it's like you ask me here and I'm going to tell you here. And that comes back to also their personality as well. So I take that as just their personality. Maybe I need to say, and that could just be yogurt, Christina, just stuff like yogurt and things like that. And that'll help. Okay, Isabel. So we have Bandit. Let me just check that. Sorry, that was really weird to say Bandit. Yes, Bandit. Okay. All right, let me just tune into Bandit. Oh, beautiful. Okay, past. Okay, so when I put out the energy to call in Isabel, Bandit, for Isabel, call Bandit in, set my intention for Bandit to step forward, and knowing that Bandit is past, what I see is this dog running at full speed at me. The other thing I do get, though, with Bandit is on the right side of my body underneath my ribs, there's a bit of pain in my lung there. So that's initially what I'm feeling with Bandit. Oh, I just love this photo. I wonder if Bandit was getting hot spots as well, because I'm getting like a pull to underneath my body and I guess hot spots or little areas. Does that make sense? Oh, Sylvie, I'll write you down. You'll be next, Sylvie. We have time, so don't worry. So Isabel and Bandit. You're not also, so what I'm getting through from Bandit is you're also not really over this passing. And not that we ever get over it, but we can kind of live with it. But I feel like Bandit just was such a big part of your life that like the absence is great. That's the only word I can say. Oh, the other thing too is my shoulder blade, right shoulder blade. What is it with that? I'm getting pain in my right shoulder blade with Bandit. Okay, what else we got? Chris, okay. Okay, so when I come back to Isabel, Bandit, passed away, came running into me. Generally, when they come running in as well, that's generally a sign that they let you know that they can run. There could have been issues with walking towards the end or just mobility, and the fact that they come running in, it just shows me that, one, they're happy and they can do that. The other thing too, with the bit of pain and like even hot spots and the pain underneath in my lung area, could be a reference to how Bandit was feeling when passed or close to passing. And I also got pain. He hurt his back leg. So there you go. So that's why he's coming through running, just to show you that he can run now. And a lot of pet owners need to know that, because if you've had a pet, for example, I've had a pet that had a leg amputated, and it's nice to know that that leg's back. So if they come running, it's just a sign that I'm okay. The fact too that you mentioned before, that was a hard time in your life, comes back to Bandit saying that he understands you're still not over, or there's still grief holding on. And that could also relate to your lung, because that's where we hold our grief. That's where the energy goes for our grief. So just be careful of that, because I don't want you to get like a cold or a sickness or things like that. His ACL. There you go. So that would have been the back leg, the back hurt, and why he was presenting as running. So for me, the fact, so I'm going to stop sharing just so I can feel like I can address you. The fact that he came through running is just something he needs you to know. So all that pain that he went through, all the pain you went through watching him, and I know how hard that is for a pet owner to to do that, to go through and watch. He just needs you to know that he's okay. And I feel like that's his biggest message to come through. I need you to know that I'm okay, and I'm running, and really fast as well. So for you, please know that he is safe, he's happy, and he's running like he had no injury at all. So I hope that helps and brings you a bit of comfort. But that is what Bandit's message is for you. So I hope that helps. Who else do we have? So Sylvie and Chris. So let me find Sylvie. So Chris, you had Howie. Oh, beautiful. I'll just find Sylvie. So Sasha. Sylvie, Sasha. Oh my God, I think I'm in love. Oh, it is so hard, Isabel. It's so hard. And I don't think we ever get over it. We get through it. And they're two different things. Okay, we've got time for Sylvie and Chris. So we'll do Sasha and Howie. Let's go back to the screen, and please ignore my dog snoring in the background. He clearly feels very safe with me. And I think his tooth is even hanging out. So there you go. Okay, Sasha, what do we have here? Oh my God. Can I just say instantly, I haven't even finished writing down Sylvie's name. And all I can hear is, make sure she knows I'm here, make sure she knows I'm here, make sure she knows I'm here. Like this real intent, presence. That's the only way I could put it. Intent and intense presence from Sasha. Okay, this must have something to do with her passing as well, because I feel like this is very much, I need her to know I'm safe. I need you to know I'm safe. Alicia, I'll pop your name down and we'll see if we can get to you as well. Okay, so Sasha, excuse me. Okay, so that for me, when that happens, can relate to when a pet, oh my gosh, my pet's snoring. What a pet was like prior to passing, a bit of coughing, that could have even been a heart murmur or something like that. I know coughing you don't always relate to heart, but it actually is related to heart. And I feel like there's something with that coming through. Oh. She was a very anxious dog. Right. So the intensity is that's why she's right. Got it. Oh, honey. So one thing I want to say about that, though, is that even though she's presenting the way she is on earth, those earthly feelings won't affect her in the spiritual realm, because there isn't knowing that she starts speaking properly, Nicole. There is no anxiety when you're in that much peace. But for her to come through like that is a confirmation of it's her coming through. For her, it's really important that you know that she's safe. You know that. Is she with grandpa or pa or something like that? I know that Luke was with dad, but it feels like that she's with someone as well. And I'm still getting like it's a male person that she's with. And you need to know that, because I feel like there was a question. There was a question about who she's with or if she's safe, because I feel like perhaps her intensity in her personality made you worry about that. And I think her biggest thing is to let you know that you don't have to worry about her. And I feel like there's a sense of relief in knowing that. What else do we have? Okay. The following around, I feel like she's saying she has someone to follow around, so you don't have to worry about me, Mum. She's like someone's sidekick where she is, and she's happy about that. Isn't that interesting? She's never alone. She was never alone in passing either. That's important for her for some reason. Feels like there was someone waiting for her. Now, it feels like too, when that comes up, that was a question, or you've put it out there. I don't want her to pass alone. I don't want her to be alone. But I feel like there was someone waiting for her. So it must have been known in the spirit realm that she was coming. Whether we knew it or not, they knew it. And she was with this person, and she's still following this person. Do you look at the stars and think of her too? Because I keep getting that kind of, first of all, I can hear that song come through, but I keep getting reference to stars. And that generally means people look at the stars at night and think, oh, where is she? Is she up in the stars, kind of thing? Okay. So with Sasha, what I want you to know, this is what's come through. It's like she's tapped me on my head. Okay, so know that she's safe. Know that she's with someone. Know that she's not anxious, although she does have someone to follow. Know that she had someone there when she passed. And when you do look at the stars, like that is your connection to her. You may think of her at night, and that could be the symbolic reason for the stars as well, because it could be actual, could be symbolic. Sometimes I get a mixture. Sometimes it's, like I said, it's actual or symbolic. And sometimes it's a mixture of both. But that's what she's coming through with. I love that photo of her. I actually think that's a good representation of her personality. So I don't need to go into that part, because you can see from the photo, and we don't cold read, we can connect to the spirit. So I hope that's helped. And I feel like that's what she needs you to know. So let's see who else. Chris and Howie. Oof, all of a sudden, I'm out of breath with Howie. I'm just going to share the screen so everyone can see. Was Howie a quick transition? I'm feeling that. Howie, Chris, breath. Okay. I don't know. I just feel like I transitioned quite quickly when I did transition. Interesting. You're very welcome, Sylvie. What we got going on here? Why is he bringing up bikes? I keep seeing bikes. Almost as if seeing people riding bikes. Why would that come up? That is an odd thing to come up, but that's okay. We just go with it. I actually feel like Howie would make you laugh quite a lot. Even the little things like, do you know what he's bringing up into my mind? Is even, they scoot on the grass, their back end, things like that. Like, he had so many little quirks. And I'm also getting like a reference to sneeze, not a sneeze as such, but more of an attention, like demand noise, if that makes sense, from Howie. And why do I get a busy household? He's referring me to that, a busy household. Oh, but he found calm. Because he had his spot. He'd just go to his spot. He tells me he would just go to his spot. Doesn't matter. No matter what's going on, I just go to my spot, hang out. I had my own routine despite everything else. That's funny. Yes, he did. Oh, that's so funny. So he had a very quirky, strong personality. That's cute. But that was what made you smile. And do you know what I think that is too? When they know, they being pets, that something, what's the word? Something gets a positive reaction out of you, and they can see that what they're doing makes you happy, they'll continue it. Because even though, when we train dogs and we condition them to a yes marker and all that sort of stuff, take all that aside. What we do, we reinforce them when we smile, when we're happy. And if they see that, His spot was with Dad. Oh, I love that. And that just made him feel like safe and secure. And he didn't care. He'd just go there. I love that. So Howie found joy in giving joy to others. And that was through his quirky personality. And I feel like that was one of his sole purposes in his existence here, is to be the jokester, so to speak. I've got one of those, but he's not like silly or stupid, because he's not, but he's just very he's put together and quirky, and I know what I want, and that's okay. And it's kind of like, and if we go back to who was the first person, I think it was Sandra with the foster care, where Sandra allows her pets to be pets. And that's exactly what you did with Howie as well. And I feel like that is just a wonderful life that he had. And I feel like he needed to bring that through. So he passed during surgery. Right. So he just slipped away. Right. So that's where the transition felt quick with him. Do you know what? That's not a bad thing. I feel like you know that, though. I feel like you're like, if that's the way it has to be, that's the way it has to be. And he wouldn't have known. He would have just slipped straight out, and that's okay. But you know what? I think it's just a big thank you from Howie. Just a big thank you that he wants to pass on to you. And, the quirks, the fun, the life, the busyness, the calm spot, the love and the safety, huge part. And I feel like that's what Howie wants to bring through to you. So I hope that as a good representation of Howie, and be proud that you had Howie in your life, and you'll Ella, we're very soon, but we do have time for Alicia, I think it is. Here. Oh, okay. Yes. His name is Blitzen. Oh, honey. Right. Let me show you Blitzen. You're very welcome, Chris. I hope it's helped. And just validation of that you gave Howie the best life, and I love that. Okay, Alicia's here. Okay, so this is Blitzen. He's been declining lately, not sure how he's feeling. It's tough to figure it out. I love him so very much. He used to be able to walk 4 miles, and now he can barely do 1 or 2. That would be very difficult for a pet owner to see. But I can tell you right now, just connecting, I feel like he's pushing those 1 or 2 miles. He's doing it for you. Just to hit you straight with it, to be brutally honest, because we like that. What is going on? And I feel like people are going to give you the normal age, arthritis, can't keep up. But there's kind of like almost like a piggyback kind of situation going with Howie and Blitzen, whereas I'm also feeling out of breath. So I do wonder if there's something going on in his body that's pressing on something, or just making him lose the ability to have the physical, what's that word? What am I looking at? Almost like chronic fatigue kind of thing, but I don't think pets get that, but it's that kind of vibe. What do we got? I'm feeling that. So that's but push. I'm assuming that means that he's pushing it just for you. Do you know what we're going to do with Blitzen? We're going to just meet him where he's at, because I feel like physically he would want to keep up as much as he can with you, but it's going to hurt him more in the long run. And we want him to have a good life with what we have with him. I do get that. Definitely getting out of breath fast. Okay. Let's not push him. Let's just do 1 mile. Let's do 1 mile with him and enjoy every single moment with him. I don't know what what it is that keeps them out of breath, but I'm kind of getting, sorry, I'll stop sharing this. I don't know what the animal equivalent would be with chronic fatigue. It kind of feels like that. That's how it feels in my body. Sorry, I'm not a vet, so I'm not going to diagnose, but I feel like there's more going on in his body than just general old age. And when I connect with those sorts of things, that, like with him, that's just how it feels in my body. That doesn't mean I'm diagnosing chronic fatigue. That's just how he feels. It's just I'm getting old. Well, I guess I'm getting old, but I'm just really, really feeling it and getting out of breath. So Sandra's popped in. I love this. Thank you for commenting as well. I love people jumping in and helping. And Sandra's getting a reference to the lungs. Now, that could be something serious, but I'm not going to diagnose. I would say just get that checked out, those areas. Only for the reason that it clears that for you. Sorry, there's my dog starting to react because he can hear a person. I'm just going to leave it there with that. I'm not feeling that it's more the arthritis part or anything like that, which I feel like people are just going to throw at you anyway. But I feel like there's probably more going on in the body. So let's give him the 1 mile walk so he gets the walk, because if you take it away from him, he's going to feel useless and he's going to decline mentally. And we don't want that. We want him to enjoy his life. We want him to have fun. But I would definitely go and just get those areas checked out. So I hope that helps. And do you know what, guys? I'm actually not going to have my show in July, the month of July. So this is going to be my last show until August. So with Alicia, for the next month, monitor it and let me know if you do go to the vet. Yeah, he does love his walk. So that's something you just can't take away from him, because that would make him depressed. So let's just work with him where he can be at, and we meet him where he's at. When I'm back in August doing my shows, can you come back and so we can talk Blitzen again and see how we've gone those last month? And if Sandra can come back, and then we can all work together and see how he's going. The other thing too, I just went to touch my mouse and I am getting all pain. Now this would be his front right paw. Now this, I kind of felt like doing that. So that actually could be a bit of arthritis in the front right paw, but that doesn't explain the out of breath. And this isn't the main reason either, from what I'm feeling. So if you guys can come back, I'm just going to look up the date too. So we are in 28th of June at Eastern Standard Time. So I will be back 2nd of August at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to give us about a month, 5 weeks, I think, to monitor Blitzen and to come back and see how we're all going. Oh, pinched nerve. There's another one. Yes, could be that. See, I love this. I love people working together. He has licked his raw since my husband he has licked it raw since my husband passed last year. So that would be that area. So that for me would indicate pain there. So there you go. So there's that. There's out of breath. You're very welcome, Christina. So I am actually going to have to wrap the show up there. So if you guys can come back, though, 2nd of August at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for my Australian people, that'll be Monday around about 10 or 11. I'm not sure when the daylight savings ends. But thank you everyone who's come along tonight. It's been an honor to speak to your pets, and it's definitely something I do treasure doing. So thank you guys, and thank you for your interaction. And I'm going to see you all in a month's time. So bring your pets back in a month's time.